Hello, everybody, and welcome to, I guess we could call this High Republic Day since, Phase 1 has technically kicked off, or Phase 2 has technically kicked off, kind of. Um, yes, my name is Eric Mitchell. I am your host and your GM, and this is the premiere of our brand new High Republic RPG show. Yay! Um, Before we get started, I just want to thank everybody that's here. We are going to introduce you in just a minute, but without the High Republic authors and without you, the High Republic community, we would not be doing this. And I have uh, five of the most amazing members of the High Republic community with me today. We are going to have fun. We're going to laugh. We might cry. Um, People's heads might be blown off. Stuff's gonna happen and it's gonna be fun. So sit back and relax. We have two shows for you today. We have this one, and then we have our regular live show at 8 p.m. tonight. That is all dedicated to the High Republic, because a lot of people have been asking, when are you going to do more deep dives, and when are you doing another RPG? So there's that. I have no announcements until tonight, so because I'm not going to announce anything, other than I did meet Justina Ireland earlier today, so there's that. Um, which stay tuned tonight so that you can see the goodies. That's all I'm going to say. Um, yeah, she just gave me a couple of things. Anyway, so let's get into it. Let's introduce our players, and then I'm going to have them introduce their characters. So joining me, making her return, I have Faye. And then we also have Leah, Ellie, Georgia, and Kaylin. Ellie and Kaylin are from across the pond, and I am so thankful for you all to be here as well. Kaylin, way to dress for the occasion. Like, I mean, come on. That's awesome.
I mean, I had to.
Yeah,
It's
yes.
really comfortable too.
It looks really comfortable. It looks really comfortable. All right, so we are going to have our players introduce their characters. I'm going to give you a little bit of the setting, and then we're going to go through some rules, and then we're going to get started. Fair? All right. So we are going to start with Kaylin, then we're going to do Ellie, then Faye, Georgia, and Leah. So take it away, Kaylin. Tell us all about your character, except your secret motivation. Don't say that.
Cool. So I play Aiden Agoyo. He uses he, they pronouns, and he's 18, and he's a Jedi Padawan and is a half Twi'lek. Um, he wants to become a Jedi Knight, as all Padawans do. Um, and he's kind of like 90s boy, green hair, and he looks like mostly human, but he has like little green coloration to his skin, just a little bit. And his special skills are force healing, slicing, and he's attuned to others' emotions.
Very, very nice. All right, let's go with Ellie. Go ahead.
My character is Vanna Alana. She's a pink Twi'lek, and she's a pilot. Um, and she, other than flying, she is sewing and is a nuisance to Corey, who we aren't meeting this week.
Yes, that's right. William, who would be joining us this week, his character is Corey, which you will be meeting very, very soon in our next session. And we will see his character and your character have some fun. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, Faye, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Faye, and I'll be playing Paris Pudoa, they, them pronouns. They're a purple skinned Mary Ellen, and they are most at home in the Jedi archives, actually. So they're a little bit out of their element here. Uh, but they're here on a research trip, basically. They're very good at pattern recognition, lore, especially regarding languages, and they're very strong willed. And they're essentially a linguist who's also just a part of the Jedi Order.
Very cool. One of the things that I love about the High Republic, real quick, is like just the amount of different jobs there are, like in the Jedi Order. So it's pretty cool to see a Jedi linguist. Georgia, go ahead and hit us.
Hi, I'm Emily Ted Kalia. My friends call me Ames. If you watch the HoloNet at all, you've probably seen my face. She is a half human, half feline, blonde hair with pink and purple freckles all over her face, and her body as well. She is a HoloNet influencer, who is most commonly known for kind of being a member of high society, as on her mother's side, she's a member of the Teg family, who are, technically a member of like the elder houses of the core. And on her father's side, she's a Kalea, descendant of Freya Kalea, who founded the Hydian Way. So family in hyperspace, but choosing it to just spend my time out on the town in Coruscant. And she's on the mission as a social media manager for the Republic, but she doesn't really want to be here.
So, with you introducing your character, I just thought of like all those YouTube videos and Instagram stories are just like, we had a really good time today.
We had so much fun today, you guys. We almost died, but it's okay.
Tune in next week.
Story
Um,
time, hanging out with the
story.
Jedi.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Leah, bring us home on the characters, and then I'll do my spiel.
So, on the exact opposite end of the personality spectrum is Haranta, uh, my Gamorrean astrogator. Um, she plays double duty as the mechanic on board the ship and also making the calculations so they can get through hyperspace without crashing into a supernova or slamming into a planet. Um, And, she's just here because her ship needed some repairs and, pathfinding pays better than you'd think. And it's a really stable job, as long as you don't slam into a planet or fly into a supernova. Yeah, so she's just here for the paycheck. Uh,
All right. All right. Well, it's nice to meet all of your characters. I am looking forward to getting to know each and every one of them as we go on with our campaign here. And I'm just going to explain our setting and explain the rules of the game, and then we're diving right into it. So, our setting is we are in phase two of the High Republic. So, this is actually the phase that starts on Tuesday with the brand new book, Path of Deceit. Read it because it's going to emotionally wreck all of us that are sitting here. And we can't wait. Anyway, so this is dubbed the Age of Exploration. This is when the Republic really started going out into the Outer Rim. So they sent out these Pathfinder teams that are mixtures of Force-sensitive people such as Jedi, but also regular civilians, regular contractors for the Republic. And their job is to explore, to check out these planets, and to also establish communications in the Outer Rim that can reach the Republic. So these Pathfinder teams are very vital to the expansion of the Republic at the same time. So that's where we are setting wise. Our players are going to be members of a Pathfinder team that are sent out to a planet, which I will be revealing soon. Our players do know where we're going. Some of our players have actually been to this place in real life. Um, so there's that. But I'm going to explain the rules of the game. So our players, we are actually playing a modified version of the Fate system. This is a 2d6 system. So our players are going to be rolling two six-sided die for most of their actions. Now, this is more narrative based too, so it's more about the story than anything, and your decisions will affect some outcomes in the story. While I do have an overall plot, our players can determine how we get to that plot through their decisions. Yes, there is combat. For those of you that are wondering, there is combat, and that will be done with a 2d6 roll as well. Now, while all of that is going on, and while you're keeping that in mind, there's another thing. Each of our players will be using fate points. Now, these fate points, each player will have 3 fate points to start off, so you automatically get 3 fate points now. And each one of these fate points can be used to either add a +1 to a roll, to re-roll in a situation, to try to talk themselves out of a situation, or to peacefully resolve a situation, and so on and so forth, or do something really amazing and badass in combat. So it's all of these things. Now, while players are spending their fate points, they can also gain additional fate points as the story goes on. So say a player does something really cool, they resolve a situation from being violent. I can give them a fate point. Say they do something amazing while flying the ship or something awesome in combat. Fate point. Or if they just make me laugh, you can get a fate point that way too. Now, if a player spends all of their fate points in one session, don't worry. At the start of the next session, you get 3 more fate points. So your fate points will always carry over. So, bank those points because you never know when you're going to need them. Also, me as a GM, if I want you to re-roll, if I'm feeling sympathetic, I might spend a GM fate point, my unlimited fate points, to let you re-roll or to give you a +1 to a roll. So keep that in mind as well. So, my friends, are you ready to get started? I know you're not ready to get started. My wife just said no. Anyway, if you're ready to get started, we are going to get into this. So, let me just take a sip of water real quick. All right, here we go. So we fade in to the bustling planet city of Coruscant. And you see that this is the federal district. This is the place where the Senate is, as well as the Jedi Temple is. They're separated by that large area that's open. And in this in this large open area, you see a smaller building that's kind of off to the side. And this is the Republic Expansion Office, you could say. And so the 5 of you are called in and you're brought into a briefing room. And there you meet a character that well, let's just say he's going to be interesting to you all. He is your handler for your briefing. His name is oh God. I'm trying to make up a funny name for him. Um, his name is Roll Fizzlebeef. So this is going to be. If you want to write this down, you can. If not, it's fine. That is ROLL space capital FIZZLEBEF. So Roll Fizzlebeef. And he's kind of like a bulky human. You can tell like he works out, and you can also tell that he just doesn't want to be there. And he brings you in because let's face it, he's dealt with a few Pathfinder teams today. And you're not his first Pathfinder team that he's dealt with for the day. Maybe if it was early enough in the morning, he might be nice. So he's going to be a little gruff. And he walks in and just kind of strutting, and it looks like his uniform's about to like pop off because like it just rip because he's just ripped. There you go. There you go. Yep. And he walks in and he says, "Be seated." And he looks at you all and he just rolls his eyes and he says, "Oh God, another Gamorrean." Oh.
Peranta just turns off her translation droid, and anything that comes out of her mouth now is not going to be well translated.
Fizzlebeef just side eyes you. Just and then he says, "All right, moving on. Congratulations, you all are elected to the Pathfinder team. I'm your handler, and this will be your briefing." Like, he just does not want to be there, right? Like, he is just done with the day. Um, he says, "Your job, well, watch the video here." And so, like, he brings up a hollow projector, and he kind of
I'd like to note that, like, while this is happening, like, Paris is, like, taking hella notes on their data pad.
Yeah,
They
and
want to be here.
the straight reverse is Emily is fully like on her space phone. Like she's like texting. She's
like
like,
tweeting
"Hey
and
mom,
stuff.
can you get me out of here, please? This man is scary."
So So the video, the hollow video that plays is like one of those old timey adventure exploration videos that has like one of those voiceovers that just sounds like, "Why don't you do this?"
The
Um,
Outer Rim, the
yes.
final frontier.
Welcome to the Outer Rim, a place full of adventure, excitement, possibly romance. And so like it just goes on, and it's talking about like the importance of the Pathfinder team and how you all are there to expand the Republic while also gaining as much knowledge for the Republic archives as well as the Jedi archives. This is mostly a scientific expedition as well as a historical exploration of the Outer Rim, and you also have that job where yes, you do need to establish a communications network with the Republic by establishing the buoy. So all of that is being told to you in the video. Meanwhile, Fizzlebeef is passed out in his chair in the corner, and he's snoring so loud that it actually cuts over the speaker in the holovid. And so at the end, the projector just fades to black, and like the lights in the room go up, and Fizzlebeef is still like passed out with his feet up in the chair. And then finally like he realizes it's quiet and he just goes, so yeah, that's what you're going to be doing. So you might have saw some exotic locations there on the holovid, but you're not going anywhere near there. You're going to a small little backwater planet called Batu. um, Yeah, I don't know why it's important. It's also on it's also on the edge of the known galaxy, so yeah. If you get lost, it's your fault. Any questions on what you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah. Is there like anywhere we could go somewhere like maybe like a little less disgusting?
No. Any other questions? Don't all speak up at once.
Will we be provided with a ship or will we have to bring our own?
No, you'll be provided with a ship. Your ship leaves at 0600 tomorrow morning. You'll actually be bunking in the building here. We have some quarters set up for all of you. Uh, it's just a communal bunk, so you all each get your own bunk, but you have to share the refresher.
That's
Is that like
usual.
mandatory or like an optional like bonding thing?
It's for bonding purposes. Yes, you in the back.
Can I bring my pet?
What kind of pet is it?
Crew!
Crew? Yeah, honestly, I don't care. You can bring your pet. It's fine. Any other questions?
Paris kind of just leans over and just like, you have a pet?
Oh, also, just real quick, before I forget, you'll be landing at a place called Black Spire Outpost. It's in the Moat Valley. This is kind of like the one big settlement, so you might want to explore the outpost and check that out while also reporting back on local flora and fauna. There's also some ruins that we've been told are there, so if you want to explore those and bring those back for a report and report back on that, that would be great. Also, you will be meeting a contact while you're on Batu as well. This is somebody that is a member of the Society of Galactic Creature Enthusiasts. the, the look my wife just gave me. She's like, "You're bringing them in there?" Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, so yes. Yeah, a member of the Society of Galactic Creature Enthusiasts. I really don't even remember his name, but you can meet him at the cantina. Uh, any other questions before I tell you to get out of here?
Seems pretty straightforward. Explore
Good.
strange new worlds, seek out new life and new civilizations,
Wrong
boldly go where no pig has
franchise.
gone before.
Wrong franchise.
You should probably copyright that. I feel like that's like a really good slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Sounds like some sort of Starfleet. Anyway, get out of here. And he just dismisses you all before because like as you're leaving, like you get up and you walk out. As you're leaving, you just see like a couple of other groups of like eager pathfinders that are just like ready to go into the briefing room and find out what their mission is. And they just look at you. Well, where are you going?
We're going to Batu, on the edge of the Outer Rim.
If you guys get like a cooler planet, would you want to like do swapsies?
Batu sounds really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
it's got these rooms that I think are going to be really cool to study.
Sweet. We hope that you have a great time. Oh, by the way, how was Instructor Fizzlebeef?
He could use like a couple cups of calf in all honesty, but like, don't let him dampen your spirit.
Then all of a sudden
Also,
you
probably don't let him have a couple cups of calf. You want him talking as little as possible.
Yeah, but he does snore, so like if he does, just kind of like give him a
Turn him
pillow.
on his side.
turn him on his side.
That'll keep him from snoring too loud.
There you go. And meanwhile, like the other Pathfinder team's like, what? Like what happened in there? So
You get to watch a cool vid.
you get
Yeah,
to
it'll
watch a
be
cool
so.
vid.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Then Fizzlebeef just like pops into the doorway. All right, come with me. Like meeting the other Pathfinder team. And
Aiden just like leans over to them and, and whispers like, "Just good luck."
there you
Bye,
go.
have fun!
Have fun. As you're just like documenting it for social media. Anyway, so a droid meets you actually, and this is a just a normal operational droid. Kind of just floating in the air, and says, "Greetings. I've been assigned to take you to your quarters and also show you where the mess hall is. So if you'll follow me, I will also answer any of your questions that you might have about the facility. Follow me. And he's just humming away while he's just showing you down this corridor. And he takes you by the mess hall, and you see it's this nice, spacious place. He says, this is the mess hall. You know what to do there, you know. And then he says one thing about the mess hall that they have a variety of foods that are for all species, so you don't have to worry about any dietary restrictions. And so then he leads you down the hallway some more, and he says, "Anybody have any questions?"
Yeah. Are we like stuck here until tomorrow or can we like leave?
No, you are actually confined to this facility until tomorrow. It's a basic quarantine procedure. A lot of the old explorers did that before space travel. They just kind of quarantined. That way, they just didn't pick up any unwanted diseases and stuff before they went out into the unknown.
Hey, we don't want a repeat of the Blue Shadow virus incident.
The Blue Shadow virus?
Never mind.
Oh, okay. And then he's just humming along, and then finally he shows you to your bunk room, and it's college dorm size pretty much, with like three three bunks on one side and two on the other.
Mhm.
And then he tells you down the hall is the refresher. But you already see like a long line just like trying to get into the refresher. So, and he says, "Okay, well, if you need me, I won't be around because Master Fizzlebeef needs me for other duties. So, I'm sure you can find your way around." And
I'm sure I can. Yeah.
Certain.
so he goes off, and then, all right. So, what do you all do? Do you get settled into the bunk room, or do you go to the mess hall? What do you want to do?
I think Paris is going to get settled into the bunk room and just sort of make sure all of their things are organized like they had wanted them. Because things always get jostled whenever you're moving them.
Okay.
Toronto is claiming one of the bottom bunks because if she goes in a top bunk, it may be liable to collapse.
Are we talking like bunk collapsing a la Step Brothers?
I'm thinking
Uh,
like Peter Pan goes wrong, where the first
Yeah.
one falls and then the middle one falls too.
Okay, that's
yeah,
also fair.
yeah.
So are they like triple bunks?
Oh, one of them is a triple decker bunk. Yeah.
I'll go in the
I,
middle in the triple decker bunk.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one of the top bunks. Paris is really just like, why is it so like asymmetrical? You think they would just go with 6 bunks in one room?
Yeah, whoever like designed this place did like a really bad job. I bet they're like not even that well known.
I bet they went to your college.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's actually like a huge insult. You know, the Royal Academy of Coruscant, like we would never design something like this ugly. I'm just gonna like shout like, no offense, like out into the hallway.
The droid floats by. Not taken.
Love you.
I barely know you. It doesn't really matter what you think.
Not for you. Don't let society bring you down.
Fizzlebeef just knocks on the door. You're settled in. Good. Don't care. And then just walks away. Okay, so what else would you want to do? So you're getting settled in. Do you want to hit up the mess hall or just kind of stay in for the night and just start to do some research on whatever limited research is on Batu before your trip?
I think
Aiden's definitely like packing like comfort foods from the mess hall into his pack.
Nice.
Just like some pastries, melu runs.
Melu
I love
runs.
that.
To what research we already have on Batu, just to like get a taste beyond the very brief rundown we got from
Roll
Mr.
Fizzleby.
Fizzleby.
Hiranta's going to pull out of her path like a big flimsiplas map of hyperlanes in the galaxy and like pulls out like a compass and an abacus and is like hand calculating hyperspace routes.
Nice.
Are you okay? Did you hit your head? Like, who? Like,
Oh, I'm great. This is
why?
What's
You know the HoloNet exists, right?
look, I firmly believe that you can never trust any Navicomputer further out from the core than Manda, so I haven't
Hey,
been
Ash.
proven wrong yet.
Cool. You do you.
All right. So, anything else that you want to do before you all wind down for the night and get ready for your journey?
Venna rearranges the contents of her pouch, which is mainly she's nicked off of her friends.
Okay.
Just keep sort of.
Wait, is your pet with
things-
us?
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, the pet's with you.
Angelica.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's like really cute.
Small and fluffy.
While you all are
I'm
doing
just like
that,
with the cat.
while you all are doing that, you feel a rumble come down the hallway, and then you just see a gray object go right by your door, and just like keeps moving down the hallway.
But Paris just sort of pokes their head out of the doorway, just trying to see what that was.
And like,
Am
all
I on
you,
like
huh?
am I on like a bad trip, or did you guys like see that rock thing move too?
I thought I did.
Okay, cool. So it wasn't just me.
Okay.
I had to like
Hiranta
check.
is engrossed in her. She's got on the the green accountant visor.
Nice.
She's working. She just looks up. What?
All right.
There was a thing that just went past. It
Leah,
looked like
There's
a
a lot
rock.
of things. It's an Echinumopoulos. There's a lot of things.
Can you define that word? Because I've literally never heard it before in my life.
City planet.
Cool.
Ah,
I'm gonna
there you
forget
go.
that, so you're gonna have to remind me later.
Leah, give yourself an additional fate point for making me laugh with the accountant visor hat. I just see you just like using a computer like one of those calculators that has like all the tape
Calculators.
coming out of it.
Yeah, she's doing this all like
All of it old
She-
school, like
all of it's old school. It was old school at the fall of the old republic.
There you go. She's also got a death stick like hanging out of her mouth, like half lit.
Paris is just like this is out of museums that I have studied in.
All
You know,
right.
those things are really bad for you. You should try glitter sim instead. It's like
Oh
way
God,
better.
that sounds like a really bad time.
It's a great time, actually. If you're like okay with, like maybe ending up in jail the next morning.
Most of my stories have it. No, I'm just kidding.
Hiranta's just going to turn off her translator again.
Just so that you can just calculate and just
She's
be
going to
at
turn off
peace.
her translator and just go back to her.
All right. Anything else you want to do before we go to the next day? No. All right. So after a fitful night of sleep, because more Vintians decided to go rolling down the hallway, literally rolling down the hallway, um, you all get up, you get dressed, you make your way to the mess hall, you have a nice breakfast. Well, a nice enough breakfast for this mess hall. And then you find the droid, or the droid from the previous day floats up to you and says, "Good morning. I hope that you all slept well. I'm Master Fizzlebeef. Decided to assign me to guide you to your ship before, and just tell you a little bit about it before you leave. So, are you all ready to depart?"
Just about, and Paris still has lots of food because they've been trying to read all this, and they just kind of shovel a bunch of like sausage and egg into their face.
So, like, you Goku it, like
Okuma, yeah.
nice.
And from Castellan to Torima to Batu. Okay, we're good. I'm
I'm
ready.
sorry. You have Nava computers on the ship.
Oh, I don't
That's what
trust them.
I said.
She's got a method. It's
I'll
no
trust
one,
the Nava
but
computers when fewer than 4% of people traveling out beyond the mid-rim disappear without a trace.
But, like,
Okay.
the mystery is like part of the fun, you know? Like, good time. Sometimes you just go missing for a couple days and like no one can find you, but like you live in the end. So, like, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
do,
Yeah, I'd prefer
do you
not to go
hear how
missing.
concerning that is?
It's
Like,
fine. Like, it happened to me and I was like totally fine. So, like, don't worry about it.
Meanwhile, the droid's just doing the back and forth between all of you, just trying
See
to
the
figure
ship.
out what's going on. Yeah.
let's go to the ship, but like, Ames, that's a little concerning.
It's fine. I just met some like weird blue people and they were like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Hi, I'm Ames." And they were like, "Can you go back where you came from?" And I was like, "Okay."
Were they blue with white hair, or blue with purple hair, or blue with pointy ears, or
No.
No?
Meanwhile,
were they blue with droopy ears?
meanwhile, Fizzle Beef is in the mess hall at a table right near you, trying to eat, and he's starting to get very annoyed.
Paris is just kind of like waving to him, just be like, it's okay, it's okay.
He
We'll figure this out on the ship.
he's got his fork
But
up to his mouth.
we'll figure this out on the ship. But like, I'd like a description of whoever you found that helped
Yeah,
you,
like
because
for
like,
sure.
I'm sure your family would like to thank them at least.
No, they're fine. They, like, honestly.
All right. So, this unnamed droid, because I don't want to name him. He takes you down the hallway to the landing pad, and there you see a sleek, uh, you just see this sleek Republic vessel. It's tricked out with all of it's decked out with everything that you need for a long-term expedition into the Outer Rim. Um, Kind of think of it as like a miniature Hammerhead Corvette in a way.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, but like you can definitely tell like this is bona fide Republic, built on Corellia in the Republic, like handled with care. And so the droid escorts you to the ship and says, "All right, well, this is where I leave you. I hope that you all have a wonderful expedition, and I look forward to reading your reports on everything that you discover. I just want to say, may the force be with you, and we are all the Republic."
We're
And
all the Republic.
Bye.
yeah,
I have a
yes, yeah,
question. Does
yes,
the ship have a name or do we get to name it?
you can name it. It was, I think, at one point called the Porg's Nest, but
Yeah, we should rename it.
do you not like porgs?
I don't know. I just feel like we could like do something like a little like catchier. You know?
Also, what the untranslatable word is a porg?
What the criff is a
Oh,
porg?
I've read about them. They're like little things with like, they always look like they're frowning and super upset, but they're really fluffy and cute.
They're really fluffy and cute. Okay. All right. So the droid says, "Well, I'll leave you to it. Good day. Have a wonderful journey." And so the droid floats away and leaves you standing in front of your brand new exploratory cruiser.
This is much nicer than the incredulous.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. For a second, I really thought this wasn't gonna be our ship. I was like, "There's no way this is like with the way everything's been going." But like, I'm not gonna complain.
It feels like it's a little safer than a vector, at least. There's
It's a lot
better
bigger
life
too.
support.
And then as you say that, two vectors go streaking by over you.
Oh my god, hi!
One of them buzzed
You
you.
guys do you guys like know them or
Probably.
yeah? That's what I guessed.
All right. So, what do you do? Do you go on the ship? Well, what do you do?
Well, let's go up. Paris is at least gonna go up onto the ship and check and see what all's inside, like if there's a galley situation, or like if it's just kind of like if there's just like the cockpit, a couple of beds, and then a cargo hold.
All right. So, when you enter the ship, you are in like the main cargo hold, but this is also kind of the common area. So you see a little kitchen in the right corner. Towards right in front of you, you see a hallway that leads to that leads to your quarters. Each one of you have your own separate quarters with separate refreshers, so you don't have to worry about that. Then to your immediate right is the hallway that goes to the engine room. And then to your immediate left is the hallway that goes to the bridge. The bridge, when you walk onto the bridge, you see it's a standard bridge formation. You have a helm in front. Uh, so you'll have a helm with two helms control seats. So you can have two helmsmen on board. In the back, in the back there's like an upper level, and one of them has one of the stations is weapons console. The other station is going to be a communications console. Then next to the weapons console, there's like a science and astronavigation station as well. So you've got all of your stations pretty much there on the bridge. The interior, you can think of whatever color that you want, but it's very sleek and very reminiscent of the outside. So it looks like it belongs. You know, none of the technology looks outdated.
James is doing like the second like she sees like understands what everything is. She has the holo recorder out and she's doing like a hi MTV welcome to my crib style video.
Welcome
Like,
to my
hi,
crib.
Helena. Welcome to our ship. It will be named like really soon. Comment down below of what you think we should name it. This is the, and she just like goes around doing it.
Paris is like very obviously trying to avoid the camera, but they're trying to flag aims down and just like I think everything we know says not to let the internet name anything.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's gonna
Don't
be
worry about
called Shippy McShipface.
Shippy McShipface.
Hiron- Hiranta's
it. It
gonna
is
go
such a cool
directly to the
way.
hyperdrive and start punching in the coordinates that she calculated.
Do you want to do that before you take off?
Oh yeah, don't do that.
We want to be ready. And there's a lot of numbers to punch in.
Okay.
All
All
by
right.
hand.
All right. That's
I'm just
fair.
saving them for later.
All right.
A lot of space trig to do.
Kaylin and Ellie, what are your characters doing?
Then
Do you
it
wanna go?
immediately goes to look at the cockpit,
Okay.
what it's like.
Aiden's gonna go to his quarters, and he's gonna set up a little wooden charm that he has on the bedside table.
Nice. Nice. While that is going on, the people on, or the beings on the bridge, uh, hear a chime on the communications station.
Oh my god, I got it, guys. I got it. And I'll run over there and I'll like hit the little.
Okay. Do you want to say something to whoever's on the other side first, or do you want to wait for them to say something?
I'll just go, hi!
Oh God, it's them. It's Fizzlebeef. He's your flight controller too.
Oh my god, hi!
Greetings, Porg's Nest. Are you ready for
Yeah.
takeoff?
I'm just gonna look at whoever's by the flight controls, which I'm assuming is probably someone.
We don't let Emily, is it?
We're
Emily.
not.
Emily?
Take over the comm station?
That's like the one thing I'm good at.
I
So
think there's
I like
nobody
talking
better
to people.
suited for it than her.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. I'll just.
We have our little pilot. We have the two little Jedi nerds. We have whoever that green person
Jedi
is.
nerds?
Like no
I'm
one
the
really seems no
astrogator.
offense. Like, like I'm, like you guys have like your nerdy shit you do, and like I can talk to people. So I think it's like perfect
First
for me.
cuss word of the show. Here we
At this
go.
point, it wasn't me. For once, it wasn't me.
It's all right.
Uh,
Okay.
I think Paris is since we currently do not have a second pilot, Paris is gonna head up to the helm
hmm
and be a co-pilot.
You don't want to take the ship out?
I don't want to fly the ship yet. No.
No? Okay. So who's gonna fly the ship?
I can fly a little bit, not much though.
Okay.
At a raised hand.
Ellie is
Then-
Ben
waving.
is a pilot,
Yeah.
so it would make sense.
I think you're
that
the
she-
pilot.
Yeah, Venna,
Yeah.
you are gonna fly the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
So Fizzlebeef is talking with Ames, but he's also trying to talk to all of you to tell you that you've been granted clearance for takeoff, but every time he tries to say that, Ames keeps cutting him off.
I'm just like walking him through my day, like walking him through like everything I've learned about everyone. I'm currently like talking about Haranta's like green hat, green visor.
He mutes you and
That was like really mean.
says enough of that shitty conversation. Porg's Nest, you are clear for takeoff. Take it out nice and easy, and then once you clear atmosphere, you are go for hyperspace. Copy?
Okay.
Copy.
All right. So, all right, Ellie, it is now time to roll for takeoff.
Don't crash.
Do I roll 1 or 2?
You're gonna roll 2. Every action, you roll 2.
Well, I only have 1 dice, so I'm rolling
It's
it
okay.
twice.
It's okay. Yeah.
4 and 8.
Okay. I'll give you a +1 to it because I'm feeling generous. So that's a 9, so it's a success. So you take off nice and smooth, and you start. You get into the one lane that you need to exit Coruscant traffic, and once you clear atmosphere, you just see the nice, beautiful stars that surround the planet Coruscant. And how many of you this is like your first major trip off planet?
It's
No
been a
one?
while for Paris. Yeah, it's been like probably about 5 years.
So Paris, you are just in awe of just everything that you're seeing, and this is a site that you'll never get old of. And then
Yeah,
Fizzle. Hmm?
they just sort of like take a little note out of Amos's book and just take a little picture with their
Take a
data
little
pad.
picture. Okay.
So
So
proud.
so Fizzlebee finally unmutes Ames because Ames never knew that Fizzlebee muted her. So she's just been
Yeah, I was like
talking the
talking
whole
about
time.
like I'm just like this is like what we're doing. Okay, taking off now. Oh my god, look, like there's a Jedi temple. And like yeah, walking through like everything we're seeing.
Porg's Nest, you are clear for hyperspace launch. May the
Great.
force be with you.
Huronto will throw the lever to launch us into hyperspace.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I have to roll for how well I
Yes, you
calculated?
have to roll for how well you calculated your hyperspace launch.
Let's go.
All right.
That is an 11.
Oh, yeah,
So
you calculated the shit out of that launch.
It's
I
all
took
because
my
of the
time.
visor.
Yeah,
It's
it was
all
because
because
of
of
the
the
visor.
visor.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you jump into hyperspace just nice and smooth. So, real quick, I want to ask you when you were doing the calculations for hyperspace, did you have the ship stopping at different points to get into other hyperspace routes?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like me to go through the entire route?
How many planets are there on your route?
We're going from Coruscant to Corellia, to Bestine, to Yagdul, to Kinyan, to Takadana, to Castellan, to Ponema, to Necropolis, to Ratachak, to Batu.
Okay. So you're gonna stop at a couple of these places.
Mad fucking respect, Leo.
Yeah, that is awesome, by the way. You know what? You get another fate point for that.
That's so deserved.
Yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
was incredible.
Yes. Also, Georgia,
Yes.
give Ames a fate point for just nonstop talking while Fizzlebeef was on the comm. Ellie,
Absolutely.
give yourself a fate point for smoothly taking off and getting off planet. And Kaylin, give yourself a fate point because you decorated. Faye, give yourself a fate point because I don't know.
You read
Just
books,
cause.
you little
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah, because you're Ames' little nerd,
Yeah.
and because
It's
you took a picture.
it's because I was Amos's TA in college.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so you are in hyperspace. You are making your way. I'm only gonna share the stops, share a couple of the stops briefly. It's gonna take you. Let's say it takes you a good solid 3 weeks to get to Batu because of the
You
way.
know, it's not super well traveled
No.
just yet.
So you
I'm like
stop at.
making everyone do like interviews and like game nights. I'm like really pro
There
like
you
team
go.
bonding.
Every time
I'm
you
doing
try
like
to
the
interview
road
Hiranta, she takes out her translator and puts it in her locker and locks it.
It's just expletive after expletive, like as she's like talking to Ames. Yeah. Yeah,
You
there
know
you
what this
go.
thing translates like in cam, right?
It has an internal translator.
Yeah, I'm like, really appreciate what you're saying
As
right
you just
now.
see like F bomb after F bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just
See,
talking gibberish. She's just hoping that other people think that it's something
yeah.
serious and important.
It's
Ames just
very
like,
clear on like
"Come on."
the first game night. It's very clear that you do not play Scrabble with Paris because they will just pull up the most like obscure alien words.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Ames is like car, CAR.
And then like
We have
at,
Brillig here and Dekut here.
at one point somebody flips a table because the words are just getting exponentially bigger as the game night
Yeah.
goes on. like Paris, you just like avalanche just all of these people in space
It's just
Scrabble.
like, oh yeah, so that's a triple word, and this had an X and a Z in it, so I get
Yes.
extra
You
points for
put
that.
letters off the side of the board.
Yeah.
I can't fit supercalifragilisticexpialidocious on this board. It's
Wow,
too
dropping
small.
the Mary Poppins
What is that? Like
reference.
the cat, like ancient Racatan, or like what?
Listen,
Like-
I studied a little bit about Cathar language before I became a Jedi.
So, um, let's see here. Um, I am blanking on the name of the character real quick. I am so sorry. Um, Ven, what are you doing? And Aiden, what are you doing? Or Venna, I should say.
Oh, Ven is short for Venna. She spends most of her time in the cockpit, so
Okay. Just making sure
get away
that
from me.
you're on course and everything, and that you're good. Okay. Uh, Aiden, what are you doing?
He's on his datapad researching like people who've been through Batu,
Okay.
and he's looking up his family name, trying to see if there's anything there.
That's interesting. All right.
Mm.
Okay. So you make your first stop at Corellia, and this is a quick stop for you because you just have to calculate your next jump and then go, right?
Right.
But as you stop and you're in orbit over Corellia, you see a large Purgle class cruiser launch from Corellia. And you see the familiar symbol of the Chandrilla star line on the side of the ship. And this is... I have to do this. If we're doing Batu, we have to do this, right?
Yeah,
They should sponsor us.
Yeah,
they really
exactly.
should.
Hey, Disney, if you're watching, we
Let us
want
go.
passes.
Yeah.
I mean, we stole the thing for crying out loud in the Old Republic show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I'll vlog it in character.
You should. If that ever happens, that would be amazing.
If I ever get the money to go, I will do it.
Vlog in
Yeah.
your character, that would be amazing. So you see the Halcyon just pass right in front of you. And at that point, Eames decides to play some majestic music in the background.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, guys, that's a really good vacation spot. Like, everyone should go check it out.
Yeah, because you've been there
Yeah.
tons of times.
Yeah, Core World old money,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah, Core World old money. So, yeah, so you see that, and then after it exits the viewport, you continue on your
Calculate because
way.
of this weight now.
Yeah. And then you jump back into hyperspace and you go on to your next few sets of coordinates. While that is going on, your contact from the Society of Galactic Creature Enthusiasts, I have to keep that in mind that that's what it's called, not the Galactic Society of Creature Enthusiasts.
Hmm.
They arrive on they arrive again on Batu after spending some time in wild space.
Yeah. Oh my god, been there, done that.
Of course you would.
Of course.
Of course.
It was a wild weekend, you guys.
Ah,
What
puns.
was
The
was there
last
a little
time,
bit?
for the last time, Hosnian Prime is not wild space. You went to a zoo.
It doesn't count if you're on Glitter Sim the whole time, okay?
Oh,
Like,
it totally counts, I swear. Like, do I only remember half of it? Yes. Do I remember half of it? Yes.
The trick is remembering all of it, because then
Yeah,
you
but
have
that's
more
like
fun
not fun.
stories.
Then you like don't remember the bad part, which is like the better thing to do, you know?
But what
Meanwhile,
if you have a bad trip?
meanwhile,
It
Ames is
has
just
real
trying
life.
to do as much research as he possibly can while tuning these people out.
Yeah.
Someone has to be responsible.
And then and
He's
then
got like little headphones on.
Venna just has a sign on the door of the bridge that just says "Keep out."
Every day, Ames is like, "Can we do your interview now? I promise it's only like 80 questions."
Ven just points to the sign on the door. All right, so you're about halfway through the trip. Anywhere you want to stop for a little stretch, or do you want to keep just heading to Batu?
Um, yeah, Hiranta's definitely going to say like, oh, we should stop off on Castellon. It's a little bit off of the beaten path, but
Okay.
prices are cheaper there for refueling and such.
All right.
Um,
That's a good
yeah.
idea. I before we leave properly, I could connect to the HoloNet for a bit and download a couple more papers. I found this really interesting one on Vincian subvocal language that I really want to read.
All right.
I don't think I understood a word of that other than download in HoloNet, but good for you.
You would have understood it if you paid attention in class.
But I didn't need to, you know? So,
All right. So you're gonna have to roll to exit hyperspace.
9.
A 9, you exit hyperspace beautifully between your astro navigation and Ven's piloting skills. It's a perfect combination of just teamwork that just makes the dream work. And you get to Castellan and you land at a spaceport. What do you do when you're at the spaceport?
Uh, I, I'll
Nothing.
I
Sorry.
guess we could just contact someone to get refueling started without getting a full life story from Ames.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go contact the whoever's in charge of the landing field here.
Okay.
Um, and I'm gonna ask about get some fuel topped up. We're heading out to the edge of known space, so it might be a while before we can get a high quality refuel.
Okay.
Um, Also, have there been um, any news of any derelict ships in the area? Um, Anything falling out of hyperspace unexpectedly?
So you meet what is essentially the harbor master, I guess you could say for the spaceport. Um, and he just says, "Oh, derelict ships, huh? You might want to check the archives while you're here. How much time do you have?"
How long is it going to take to top off the fuel?
"Hmm, about 5 or 6 hours."
Toronto pulls out a couple credits and says, "Make it 10 to 12." Is going to go to the archive.
Okay. And just like stuffs the credits in their pocket. Um,
And Paris is also making a beeline for those archives.
Aiden, do you want to go to the archives also?
Definitely. And he's also going to find a little like transmission space, like a payphone, and like just send a message back to his master back on Coruscant, just like, little update.
Okay. Uh,
so cute.
so I want you to roll for your message. I wa- I would also like to know what your message says.
Okay. That is a 7. Yeah,
Okay.
7.
All right. Um, do you want to re-roll or do you want to stay as is?
I'll stay as is.
Okay.
Take a risk.
Okay, and what does your message say?
It just says, like, we're refueling, uh, everything's gone good so far. um, one of them's a bit annoying though, so.
Okay.
So fair, bestie.
So, your master gets it on Coruscant, and it's very jumbled, and it says he translated it as "You're annoying. I'm never coming back." To which the master chucks the datapad at the wall and
Oh,
storms into the Jedi Council chamber and says, I don't know what the hell you all are teaching these younglings, but we have to have a talk.
Youngling reform right there. Doing
And then we
wonders in
flash back to
education.
Castellan. We are gonna meet. What's your master's name, by the way?
I should have thought of that.
It's okay.
oh, I have a name written down somewhere if you're
Okay.
interested.
I have an idea for who it could be.
Go for it.
Ooh,
To be Jedi Master Dan Gavash.
Dan Gavash.
Gavash.
Sure, let's
From
go with it.
Visions?
Oh,
Wait, no, yes,
yeah.
no, exactly,
He was-
exactly.
Yes!
He was the one from The Elder, right?
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
Padawan from that one.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So, Dan's not happy with you or the council, and we are about to have a Qui-Gon Jinn moment that may or may not involve the extension of appendages in the faces of different Jedi Council members. Yeah, well, yeah, but I was also talking about a number one with a certain finger. So just read in between the lines, and yeah. So that's happening. So yeah, Aiden, you're in hot water when you get back. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
All right. So you all head to whoever heads to the archives. Um, Leah, your character's looking for the derelict spaceship, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
anything falling out of hyperspace.
Okay. Roll for your research.
That is a 5.
Okay. Would you like to re-roll?
Yeah, I'll spend one of these babies since I've got them
Okay.
stocked up.
All right.
I'm marking my fate points with these little orange doodads.
Oh, cool. That's perfect.
On a reroll, that's a 9.
Okay. So you find there's research, but it's still very, very limited because it's still an ongoing situation. Like they're still trying to investigate where it might have gone.
Mhm.
This isn't like a success, but this is just a success. But this is, like data's not all there.
It's a success, but the best outcome is still limited.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, so you find out about a derelict ship that was found a few years back.
Mhm.
There were a couple of survivors on board, but they don't necessarily identify who they are.
Mhm.
But one matches a description of somebody that you are familiar with. And I'm going to leave it at that. But I will also say there is no known coordinates for said person due to a restriction by the government.
Local or galactic.
Local. All right.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone.
Much to
Yes,
think
there we
about.
go.
Yeah.
Kill Hironta.
All right. Paris, what are you researching?
So, I was trying to kind of use like whatever public like computer terminal they had to pull up a couple of files from uh some linguists I know in the general galaxy on some of the native languages of Batu,
Okay.
as well as the Vintian one I mentioned before,
Okay.
just to see what primary information we have.
All right. So, roll for your research.
That's going to be a 5. I'm going to spend a fate point and re-roll
Okay.
that.
Go ahead.
7.
7. Okay. Do you want to stay at 7?
I'm going to stay there, yeah.
Okay. So you find out that pretty much the primary language for Batu is Basic, with a mixture of other languages, such as Ithorian language, Rhodian language. Pretty much it's a melting pot of different languages. However, the a few phrases from Batu, such as bright suns and rising moons, end up getting mixed up in your research. So you might be saying the wrong thing at the wrong time of day.
Okay.
There's like a kid screaming outside. It sounds like somebody's literally getting murdered.
Plot hook for next adventure.
Yeah, there we go. That is weird. Anyway, um, anybody else have any other research goals?
I'm just gonna go find whatever gossip I can.
Okay.
See if I can get some good ice calf.
Roll for gossip.
Wonderful. I think what I'm gonna use my pretty pink and purple sparkles.
Okay.
That is a 2.
Okay, would you like to re-roll?
Yes, I
Okay.
want gossip.
Spend a fate point.
That is much better. That is a 8.
Okay. So, it's basic galactic gossip. You find out the latest HoloNet star may or may not have gotten into an alcohol-related incident. You hear about Aiden's Jedi Master throwing a chair in the council chamber. Using the Force, by the way.
Respectable.
Yoda barely ducked before it crashed behind him. Sorry.
That little
I
little
hope
green
there's a holo
yens.
recording of that.
I'm so glad that that little green Jedi is out okay. I don't know. I just feel like he has a really bright
However,
future ahead of him.
however, the but for that is there was no recording for it. I'm sorry.
So it's just word of mouth.
It is word of mouth from the latest tabloids on Coruscant.
We love the Coruscant tabloids.
Yes.
I'm gonna immediately try and go find like one of the Jedi and be like, you will not believe what I just heard.
Which one of us do you find?
I'll
And then,
find
well, there's one thing that's with it. There is a mugshot of Aiden's master.
I'm gonna go to it too. I'm gonna be like, do you know this guy? Like I have heard the craziest story. He like threw a chair at the little like wrinkly green like guy. I don't know why. It just like is the word. Anyway, this is him, and I have it like in HD, like on my holopad. And there's like little like virtual. I'm making a little like conspiracy theory board, and like
The funny
I
thing
don't know why.
is that Aiden felt a disturbance in the Force while the incident was going on.
Yeah, I'm just like, do you know like this is the things you miss in hyperspace, right?
just like sinks into his chair real low. And he promises to himself next time he finds a
Me- meanwhile,
payphone thing, he's gonna
meanwhile,
try and make it right.
meanwhile, Dan found out your communication frequency, so he has left quite a long message because you were his one phone call.
I mean, we've all been there.
We have
See,
not all been there.
We've all been there. Okay, Glitter Stem. Okay.
see, like the council probably also has my comm, like so they could have probably warned me, but I just have it off this entire voyage.
Oh, you have some nasty voicemails too. One of them being from Oppo Rancisis.
I'm just gonna turn on my comm, see it, and then just kind of turn it off again. It just
Uh, and
that's
then there's also some backwards wording text messages from Yoda. Just saying.
God, you know the little green guy?
yeah. Of course I have his comm frequency.
Pre-
We're
pretty
Jedi.
much.
He's like
Pretty
so
much
cute.
the one message says, "Just wait until you get back here." Uh,
Poor Yoda.
Poor Yoda.
Meanwhile, Yaddle is just trying to de-escalate the situation,
Queen.
and
Yeah.
yeah. So you may or may not have jobs when you get back. It
It's
depends on
okay. I
how
can.
much you deliver.
Hey, if you get fired by the Jedi, I could always use some people to help load and unload freight on my ship.
All right, I'm gonna do one better for this bit, and then we're gonna move on until I decide to bring this bit back. A certain cantina owner who has now established a cantina on Batu has just now found out about said incident on Coruscant and is shaking their head and trying to figure out what the next steps might be. You'll
A
be
Jedi
meeting
allowed
this person.
fair rule.
You will be meeting this person very, very soon.
Maybe we'll get an episode of Cantina Rescue that's just the unraveling the Jedi Temple drama.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
mean,
guys
the
see the
last
food. You guys see the food, and Ames is like, "What do you mean you like don't have a HoloNet presence? That's like how everyone finds restaurants."
like HoloNet Yelp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she sets him up a little like space Squarespace page.
Great. We'll get to there. We'll get to there.
Yeah.
I
Did
have a
we?
question.
Yes.
Hey, Emily, what is the holonet?
A good one. That's so funny.
Curata legitimately does not know and has now given up on trying to figure out. Uh, all right, back to you. Sorry.
No, you are fine. That is a legitimate question to ask.
So fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, so any other research we need to do as the ship is finally finished refueling?
Only that. Oh, sorry. Aiden's gonna search for his family name in the like records, see if anyone's come through the port
Okay.
or anything.
All right. Roll for me for that.
That is 12.
Oh, you successfully search. Um, you make that database just succumb to your will. You find out that there are a few people that share your same last name that have come through the port within the last year. Two of these people are actually residents of the system, while three of them have moved on to different locations that are still unknown to the local government. However,
Okay.
one did register a flight path towards wild space. So I'm going to leave it with that. Ellie, do you have any questions? Or Ven?
Sorry, I had to go get my blanket because I was
No,
cold.
no, you're fine. Do you have anything that you want to do before the ship heads to Batu?
Run diagnostics on the ship to make sure it's functioning.
Okay, go ahead and roll that diagnostic check for me.
2.
What was that?
2.
Ooh.
I think
GM
I might
fate
want to
point.
use one of my
No,
fate
GM fate point.
points.
Go ahead and re-roll. Don't worry about wasting your fate point on that.
5.
A 5. Okay, so the ship is running at peak efficiency as far as you can tell, but
Oh.
we don't know. All right. Are we ready to depart and head to Batu?
Real
Yes.
quick before we slide into hyperspace, I am gonna just like turn on my comm once again and just like I'm gonna listen to the long voicemail.
All right.
At least
Um, I'm going to give you a little snippet of the voicemail. If I have any family members watching, I apologize in advance. You tell that little shit Aiden that the next time he gets back to Coruscant, he and I are going to have a talk. Um, it's a lot of expletives about Yoda and his race and his pointy green ears. Uh,
oh.
and Dan may sound a little inebriated.
So obviously I can't text Dan back because I've gathered that
But
he's not.
but you get another voicemail that's Dan profusely apologizing for everything he just said in his previous message. And he says,
So,
you tell Aiden, I love this little guy. You tell him, you t- Aiden, Aiden, Aiden. Like just yelling loud enough in your comm link so that way Aiden can hear the comm link.
can Aiden hear this, or should
Yes,
I just
Aiden
wait to
can
show?
hear the comm link. Aiden, hi, Aiden. I, I love you. I love you, man.
Is this live or voicemail?
This is a voicemail.
Okay.
Just and then you hear, okay, you've drank too much. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Um, I'm just gonna look over at Aiden and go like, I'll give him a call back. We'll try and explain this before we
And
get
then
to
you just
Batu.
hear a thud from him just passing out while on the comm link.
And then it's like 15 minutes of silence.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a 15-minute butt dial.
You can hear like muffled
Yeah.
the voice
Get
of a
off the
certain
floor! Get off the floor!
Gonna have to get some help. He's heavy.
Heavy this guy is.
uh,
I'm sorry, Aiden. Your master is probably an honorable man,
he's
He's
just
had a
going
rough
through a
week.
lot right now.
but he's going through a lot because this is the first time that you two have been separated. So there's a little bit of empty nest syndrome going on. You
uh,
know,
uh, You know, Aiden, when I was going on my first like solo missions, even if I'm just, I mean, I was just this little twiggy Mary Ellen. I didn't even have any tattoos yet. Uh, but my master was just as nervous. We'll give him a call and hopefully someone will see it, and we'll just figure this out. Okay?
Meanwhile, you hear snoring from Dan just passed out on the comm
I'm
link.
gonna like Hey, I'm gonna like stop the voicemail and send a transmission first to the Jedi Council.
So so you send the transmission, and actually a live hollow of one of the council members appears in front of you and says, can I speak to both you and Aiden, please?
Aiden, come
Aiden,
here, please.
Aiden, I just want you to know that the actions of your master do not reflect that of the Jedi Council, and we are terribly sorry that you had to experience what was a whirlwind of emotion. Uh, Master Dan is seeking help right now, and we're probably going to reassign you to another master temporarily
No.
until but who knows? Who knows? We'll check back in a couple of days and let you know how Dan's doing before we make any reassignments.
I at least like talk to him for like 1 minute.
Sure, that's fine. And then you just see the disheveled look of Dan just in front of you. Like this guy has had a rough couple of days. Um, Aiden, Aiden, is that you?
It's me. I did the transmission. It just got all messed up.
Oh, where are you?
Where
Well,
are
right
we?
now, we're at Castellan right now. We were refueling the ship.
Oh, okay. Are they treating you well?
They're fine. Just
Okay.
loud.
They're they're loud.
One of them is loud.
Uh, is it the social media influencer?
Yes, it's Ames.
Oh, God.
I
You don't get out much.
Uh,
Padawans.
Par-
I'll talk a little bit with Ames to make sure none of this
Paris,
is uh
Aiden, I am so sorry. I am also so sorry for my actions. When I found out that you were separating, when they found out that they were separating us for this mission, I got a little um, upset. But I'm okay. I didn't go full dark side, so don't worry about that. Um, Also, I hear that you have an amazing pilot and an amazing astro navigator, so definitely stick to them because they're definitely going to show you how to navigate that area. Keep in mind, this is primarily research as well as exploration. Don't Also, I just want to tell you one other thing. My mind is all over the place right now because I'm also kind of on medication, so just give me a second. Uh, Make sure, and this is serious, do not use your lightsabers unless you have to. Please, don't use your lightsabers unless you have to.
I think
Got
mine is
that.
still in the room.
On Coruscant?
No, in my bunk.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
keep it on
I
my
was
belt.
like, oh, I can't space FedEx this to you. Sorry, like you're on your own.
No worries about that, Dan. I- I- uh, I hope you start feeling better. And
I
you know,
will.
I'll talk to Ames and make sure that we don't get any of this like live streamed to the HoloNet on our end. Because
It's just
I
throwing
think
her
we've had
under the
enough bad
bus.
PR. I'm so sorry.
Um,
uh,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Uh, uh, in the time being, is there anything like would like us to keep in mind for training your Padawan, like anything like that?
Paris, while I am not there, please take Aiden under your wing and just teach him the ways of the Force that you know, and just look out for each other, okay? Batu's nice, but it's very dangerous at times.
I promise I'll keep an eye on him. All right.
All right. I gotta go. They're pulling me away. But I will try to contact you in a couple of days just to check in and see how things are going.
Yeah, and remember, if that medication isn't working out, you can always talk to the medics, and they'll probably switch it up for you.
Thanks. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that. Council out, and he just fades away, and that's it. So, you make your way into hyperspace after that interesting conversation. And Ames is a little unhappy with the two space wizards on board. Meanwhile, Leah, I forget how to pronounce your character's name. I'm sorry.
Huranta.
Hiranta. That's right. I apologize. Um, Hiranta is just kind of sitting back, popping the special mix of popcorn, and just watching the drama unfold
Right, like
while
my job is pretty much done. I
yeah,
have calculated the rest of the way. Like,
while Ven is just like every parent on every road trip, don't make me turn this ship around type situation. Eames, is there something that you would like to say to the space wizards?
I just want to say I'm sorry if I started anything. I just was curious and wanted to make sure you knew, information, and like I'll be more careful next time about like what I share, I guess. Um
Uh, it was less a worry about what you share. I mean, thank you for letting us know about what was happening, because my comm was not on.
that's like
But
not a healthy habit. I think you should not do that.
I like to just be able to disconnect a little bit. Sometimes it's good to just
It's fair.
not have people just contacting you willy nilly. Uh, but I'm sorry. We were worried about like on our ends, like you know, it's bad enough that we had a Jedi Master start a fight in the council
Yeah.
chamber. So we wanted to make sure that there's no PR from our ends that could possibly affect our image even more.
No, I totally get like you have to keep a good image, like for sure. Yeah, like I get it. I get it.
Meanwhile, as you are approaching the Batu system, it's time to exit hyperspace. You do not have to roll, Haranta. You do not have to roll to get the ship out of hyperspace. Um, you roll, I mean, not roll. The ship exits hyperspace, and then you hear the local comm traffic, and you hear the space traffic control tower at Black Spire Outpost. Unidentified ship. This is Batuan airspace or space. Please identify yourselves and your reason on Batu.
Names, you get to name us. I think your
Oh,
followers do.
that feels like too much of a responsibility.
We could stick with the name our ship technically
No,
has.
we're not doing
No.
that. Does anyone have like something fun? Like, I don't know. You guys are Jedi, right? You're supposed to be smart.
Meanwhile, the space traffic controller is just like,
This is all happening on an
I'm so
open
sorry.
comm
Just give
line.
us like this. I'm
yeah,
so sorry. Just give us like 1 second. Yeah,
fine.
appreciate it. Thank you.
And then in the background, you just hear the space traffic controls person. Oh, is that person you watch the holo vids of?
Yeah. I don't know. You guys are Jedi. Like, come up with something smart.
I don't know. What about like Rancor's breath? That sounds cool.
No, that's disgusting.
I don't know. I've never met a Rancor.
They're like, yeah, don't.
Okay, fine. Just go with the Rancor's breath.
No, we're not doing that. I don't know.
Strange
Something
different
fun.
rules.
I don't know.
Let's just get on the grounds, then we can deal with naming.
Rancor's breath.
Yeah,
You are
sure.
clear to. You are clear for
Cool.
landing. Oh, keep doing what I'm doing? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. My wife's making me a hat for our cruise that we're going on because it's Halloween themed and we're doing 101 Dalmatians, so she's making me a Dalmatian hat.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah, just keep doing what I'm doing. So you land at the spaceport at Black Spire Outpost and uh hands up real quick who's been to Galaxy's Edge. Okay. I don't mean that in a mean way whatsoever. It's just gonna. I'm probably gonna need your help with describing it just a little bit, because there's some details that I forget sometimes. So you land at the spaceport, and as you're landing, you see the Black Spires. You see the mountains around the spaceport, these gorgeous mountains. And in your research on Batu, you actually found out that they were petrified trees. Yes. That is also in the Traveler's Guide to Batu. Um, but yeah, you find out that they were once petrified trees, and as you land, you see just this sprawling spaceport and you see just beings from all over the galaxy as you're there. And you exit the spaceport with your gear and everything. Well, you leave your gear on board, like your exploratory gear on board. And as you
Mhm.
walk down the ramp in your Pathfinder uniforms, looking real awesome, right? Yeah, yep. Pop those threads, come on. Um,
It's funny because Paris is in like the Jedi equivalent of like a sweater.
there you go. So you exit the spaceport, and as you see, to the right, you see this domed center, and this is actually a Black Spire market. Here, there's Jewels of Bith, Toydarian toy makers, all that fun stuff. The Creature Stall, which who doesn't love the Creature Stall? Where you can get loth cats and all sorts of fun stuff. And then you also smell this wonderful scent of cooked meat
Mm.
from Ronto Roasters, those Ronto wraps. Just. And then you also see people walking around with Ronto wraps and drinking blue milk. And as you're just taking it all in, you see a spaceport worker standing outside, and they notice you. And this is a Rhodian female that speaks very good basic, and she says, oh, "Welcome to Black Spire Outpost. I see that you you're from the core. Are you from Coruscant?
I was raised there, yeah.
What brings you to our planet?
We are here to research and record the Outer Rim, and we're operating out of here.
Oh, wow. That's quite the task. Well, as you can see here, our planet, as you can see here, our area, this valley is rich with life and history and culture, and we welcome we welcome travelers of all species and all kinds here. Um, is there anything I can do to help you?
Hmm. I know Paris was personally interested in the ruins, but is there oh, anywhere that like the rest of the crew would want to check out first? Like,
Well, keep in mind you do have a contact to meet at the cantina as well.
yeah, we do need to meet them, and
Is
apparently there's someone at the cantina who's a little stressed about us.
I think
So,
the cantina would be a good first place to
oh,
start
the
if you could direct
cantina.
us there.
Oh, yes, I would more than happily actually guide you to the cantina. It's actually just right down the street here. And she takes you down this bustling street that you can just see is just full of all of these like I said, just creatures of all shapes and sizes and various backgrounds. And just right down the street from the spaceport is the cantina, and the doors slide open as a uh drunk Nemoidian comes stumbling out and bumps into Ven, and just kind of looks you up and down and says, "Hey, watch where you're going."
Sarah is not particularly happy about this.
Oh no. So your guide says, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that. This is a regular. Don't worry about it. He's actually quite harmless." So she takes you into the cantina, and it is a bustling cantina, and it's busy, but you can find a table. You find a table in a corner, and it's one of those booth tables. And meanwhile, while that's going on, you hear music in the background, and you see a DJ droid in the background. It's not Rex though. It's not DJ Rex,
Mm.
but that's okay. This is still another cool DJ that's like flipping records with like one hand while also like, just playing the music and everything. Well, at the bar, you see one individual staring at you cleaning a glass. And then you see another individual that you can clearly tell is from the Society of Galactic Creature Enthusiasts with just the getup that they're wearing. Um, do you approach the bar or do you wait for them to approach you?
I mean, I think we should go, but
You think you should go to
Yeah,
the bar?
yeah. But like, what do you
Also,
guys think? Like, I could really use a drink.
Um, Hiranta is going to offer to take down people's orders.
Okay.
So the more diplomatic of the group can go and talk to our contact.
Okay.
okay. I'll take a bantha chai.
Great,
I'll do a fuzzy tauntaun.
great.
Isn't it
Best
a little early? And
Fizz.
It's never too early.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it's a big galaxy.
Yeah.
Time differences.
I mean, we can get you a blue milk.
Oh no, I'm blue lactose intolerant.
Not the green one.
The green one.
Yeah, the yellow lactose doesn't really fully cancel out the blue lactose in the green.
Oh my gosh.
That's really unfortunate.
Would you would you like an ale?
Kiranta's just gonna have water.
Just
But
water.
Kiranta's just taking down everyone else's orders currently.
Okay.
Go to the bar.
All right, Ven, what would you like to drink?
Venna is going with Hiranta because Venna doesn't know what there is.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you all just want to go to the bar and see what they have?
I mean, there's a lot to choose. I'm just like, I have the cookbook right here.
Yeah. All right. So, you all head over to the bar, and the bartender. There you go. There's your coaster right there. Yep. The bartender looks at you all. Yeah, what do you want? This is a familiar person for somebody. A one Cantina rescue personality.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what do you want? As he's cleaning the glass.
Can I get a Roshir sap cider?
What?
Uh,
I don't do fancy frou-frou drinks.
Can I get a glass of water?
You got it, pal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll do a fuzzy tauntaun.
Fuzzy tauntaun. Hey, you believe that this person wants a fuzzy tauntaun over here?
I don't really know what that's supposed to mean.
I'll just have a tea.
Fine.
Thank you.
Like, you're not making a first impression on Stevie at all.
You little Jedi nerds.
You little Jedi nerds, what do you want?
Take a Bespin Fizz. Looks pretty
Oh,
cool.
okay, yeah, I can do a Bespin Fizz. I can do a fuzzy tauntaun. There's some water. Uh, Other Jedi nerd, what do you want?
Bespin Fizz.
Fine, I'll get you a Bespin Fizz. That's all you had to tell me was that you wanted a Bespin Fizz, not this soy chai latte thing. What do you think this is, liqueur?
There's caffeine. If there's calf or something, I'll take that either. Just
Hey, is this Aiden's first sip of alcohol?
Wait, what?
Oh, snap. Okay.
It's a Jedi Padawan. It's a valid question.
No, it's not. I had little,
Are you party king?
little parties.
Oh, yeah,
Channeling
that's right.
Reed
You do
Silas.
have parties. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Silas.
you know.
The
you,
first chapter.
Or,
you
yeah.
know Reeth and those Padawans popped a keg. You
Oh,
know,
100%.
like, oh, yeah.
Zine
Yeah.
and Lula doing the cake stand.
Oh, yeah, Zine and Lula. Oh, totally Ram Jamaram was doing cake stands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Starlight parties were insane.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
R.I.P.
yeah.
Starlight.
R.I.P.
So, Steve,
Not the R.I.P.
which I still need to get that Starlight Beacon cleanup crew T-shirt, by the way.
It was my favorite thing I've maybe ever bought.
Anyway, I still want it.
Anyway.
Stevie P looks at Venna and says, "What about you, Cupcake? What do you want?"
Hey, Luron juice, do you have anything that's non-alcoholic?
Oh yeah, I don't got Melu Run juice, but I got a Jabba juice. You want a Jabba juice? Because I'll get you a Jabba juice.
Don't know what that is. Just
Oh,
go with
you'll love
water
it.
and
It's
stay on the
refreshing.
safe side.
No. Take a Jabba juice. You'll love it. It's refreshing. I promise. I won't spike it. It'll be fine.
Water?
All right, fine. I'll get you a water. That's fine. Oh, by the way, I think this guy over here was waiting for you.
Oh, we're gonna talk to him.
And so you see um a Dathamiran from the Society of Galactic Creature Enthusiasts. And his name is Jack Marius Tactheratrix.
Can I call him Jack Tack?
You have to approach him first.
Okay. Jack Marius. Sorry, I'm just writing it down.
Jack Marius. It was either that or Splendiferous Finch.
Oh,
So
these names.
oh, it gets better. Wait till you
Always
meet
gets
one of his
better.
associates. So Jack Marius is sipping on his Besman Fizz and looks over at you and says, "Oi, you're the Pathfinder team."
Yeah.
Hi.
He looks at Eames and rolls his eyes, and then looks at the rest of the group.
Yes, we are.
Oh, I figured one of you is pretty bubbly. It looks like.
Hi. Yeah.
No, my smile is infectious. Been told many times.
Jack
It's
Marius
true.
laughs his ass off at Heronta's joke and
Oh,
just says, I like you. I like you a lot. So what brings you to Batu?
We
Finding?
Huh?
we're
Finding?
researching.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I had one too many Bespin fizzes today. I apologize. You'll just have to, forgive me. Yes, so you're exploring Batu. From what I heard, that you're also going to help me catalog local flora and fauna as well. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. Wizard, wizard.
You invented the word.
Yes, yes, Jack Marius Tactheratrix from an High Republic RPG show
Hi.
that has no way being canon. Invented the word wizard.
Right.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
like as soon as Jack says wizard, like Paris is like scribbling it down on the back of their hands.
Oi, what are you writing over there?
Wizard. I'm also on a personal project documenting language out here.
Oh, oh, oh. That's very wizard.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, it's a little late to go exploring this evening, but um, we are going to set out first thing tomorrow. From what I heard, you all would like to explore the ruins as well. So I'm probably going to take a couple of you to document some local wildlife, while a few others uh, go with my partner to explore the ruins. Is that good?
I think that would work.
That's
All right,
good.
perfect. Just one thing though. Uh, At night, you might want to lay low around here because it can get a little sketchy.
Yes. Is the only thing to do drink here?
Well, there's some sabacc tournaments that go on too, and let's just say they can get a little dicey.
I see what you did.
Oh, it's Corellian Spike.
Oh, I didn't even know that I had a pun there.
That's
You
pretty
did.
I'm proud of myself.
You should be.
So, tomorrow morning you'll get to meet my guide, or my buddy, my partner, who will guide you in the tombs. I'm not going to say his name just yet because I think that you need to wait to see him, and then you'll get his name and it'll fit perfectly.
All right.
All right. So, do you want any more drinks, or Well, I will say this: if you're hungry, Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo has some great food. I recommend the Andorian Tipiep, which is like this cube of meat. It's like really strange,
Hmm.
but it's really cool at the same time. Or wizard, I should say. Sorry.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
also recommend the Ronto wrap and there's a beef stew that's really good too.
Are there any like vegan options?
I
Being sustainable is like really in right now.
I was about to ask, like, is there any meatless options?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like
there
the
are
trend.
vegetable platters.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yes. I don't know why. And then Stevie's like, I don't know why everybody's going gluten free and vegan now. It's just like, come on. I don't know
Hey,
why
it's
you
like
can.
it's the
Why
thing, you know.
can't you have a Ronto wrap?
Listen, it's better. It's better for the galaxy.
Oh my
Emissions
god.
and things like that, you know.
Single-handedly
I
gonna
don't really
save the galaxy over here while everybody else is busting their asses just trying to make a living and
yeah.
everything. You know, you're the problem with the galaxy.
I mean, like we do have like Jedi with us and they're kind of like the
Oh, I'm not talking
galaxy
about the
saviors.
Jedi. I'm talking about you.
Yeah, that's like really fair. I've heard that a lot actually.
Toronto's just just trying to evaporate
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
into
hey,
like as far
hey,
away from.
Greenie.
Harris is
He's
suddenly very interested in their Bespin Fizz. They're like stirring it with
Who,
the
who
straw.
called her Greenie?
Stevie looks right at Haranta and says, "Hey, Greenie, where you going?"
Um, one of my traits is brutal brawler. So I'm just going to throw a punch directly into Stevie's nose and then leave.
Okay. Stevie rolled a 12 and dodged.
Fair enough.
Stevie starts laughing and goes, "Yo, yo, I like yo. I like yo. I know I won't call you that anymore. I'm sorry. I just
Violence
wanted
is
to
not
test
the
something."
answer.
Oh my
Sometimes
god.
violence is the answer.
That's true, but not right now.
That's
Really,
just
because
like
it seemed
Spires
to
watching
work
protect me.
just fine.
TV.
May the spires protect me. That's all I'm gonna say. May the spires protect me. Because this is social media influencer, and don't think I don't know about you.
Yeah. Like whatever you've heard, it's probably true.
The face palm.
Yo, Jack, you believe this? Jack's like, "Oh, I stopped listening about 20 minutes ago."
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sorry if it feels like I'm just ganging up on your character.
No,
I'm
it's
really
so
not.
true. It's so true.
I really don't mean to. Um,
No, she sucks.
she sucks. She's a terrible person. Um, so Stevie says, "Well, do you have any place to stay while you're here?"
Uh, I was just planning on sleeping in the ship.
Yeah, like we have a ship, so.
Okay. I was gonna offer you a couple of rooms, upstairs, but if you want to stay in your ship, that's fine.
Could use some room to spread out my navigation maps.
Oh, you're a
Oh
navigator.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
astrogator technically.
You should see
Oh,
their abacus. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I
oh,
mean,
you're going old school with an abacus.
Is there any other way to do it
Do you
reliably?
also use a sextant?
Sometimes.
Oh, nice, nice. I like it. I like it.
Hard to use them
Yo,
indoors though.
of course, you have to use it indoors.
I mean, I suppose it would be good to have some room for sparring. I don't know. I know I need to
Sparring?
practice my lights. Yeah.
There's a
Like,
courtyard outside the workshop that you can use.
thank you. I
Yeah,
know I need to work on my lightsaber forms a little bit.
I'll let uh
Yeah,
I'll let
it's
Jimbo know that you're coming over.
Okay. I'll try not to scare anyone.
That would probably be best, yeah.
He just rolls his eyes at Ames and looks at Ven. Hey, you hardly touched your water there. You okay?
Fine. Fine.
Okay, I was just checking. You know, I gotta be hospitable over here. And then looks over at Aiden. What about you there, bud? Huh? You doing okay?
I'm good.
You sure?
Just, yeah.
Okay.
Don't-
Just
Let me
checking.
be.
Okay, okay,
I don't know.
okay. Well, there's a big penthouse upstairs. You can go ahead and get settled in. However, you got to give the influencer the smallest room. That's my only thing.
It's fine. It's good.
It's a
Probably been worse
closet.
conditions. I've definitely been in worse conditions. Like, you listen, living in a closet is like fine when you spend like 6 days trapped in like the little like smugglers like little passageways and a ship by accident. Like, a closet is huge in comparison, you know?
Again,
Jack,
Ames, this is incredibly concerning and you probably shouldn't say that to
No,
strangers.
just like it was
do
really
you
bad.
need me to call the local authorities? Are you okay?
No,
Are
I'm
you
fine now.
okay?
Don't worry about it. It was just like, sometimes
It's
a
a
girl gets
one-time
kidnapped.
thing.
Yeah,
Quick
sometimes
time.
like a girl gets kidnapped, and sometimes you just kind of have to deal with it. That's how it works.
All right. Jack, you want to show them upstairs? Oh, I guess I will. So Jack shows you to the penthouse, and it's just a massive penthouse with multiple rooms, a kitchen area. Um, Haranta, you can just tell that this is the perfect base of operations for you. Um, Even Aiden and Paris, it's a place for you to do your research, all of that stuff. Then you got a clear view of your ship, so you don't even need to worry about that. So I mean, it's perfect. And then uh, Ames Ames, it even might have a HoloNet antenna, maybe, but it's like the
Yay.
equivalent of dial-up.
Uh,
I'll take what I can get out here, you
So
know.
kids, if you don't know what dial-up
I
is,
love it.
it was
yeah.
The noises are part of the experience.
oh, the noise was definitely part of the experience when I was younger.
It
Yes.
certainly is.
Y- Yes. If you are under the age of 30,
You know what
um,
it is?
okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
it is.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Love dialogue.
I just feel old sometimes, okay? I'm sorry,
High
I
Republic keeps
apologize.
you young.
Yeah, the High Republic does keep me young, you whippersnappers.
Yeah. Uh, Paris
Yes?
is gonna like sort of zoom to like one of the middle-sized rooms, like not the biggest room. That one obviously is going to our awesome navigator who needs to spread out with all of their mathematic equipment.
Oh yeah.
There are
And
two big rooms, and one of them's going to Ven as well.
yes, uh, but they're gonna take one of the medium-sized rooms and sort of like start pulling things out of their bag, put up a couple of like a phoneme chart that covers not just like near human anatomy, but like other vocal cord systems, and then also like have a little rug that they put at the foot of their bed.
Okay.
The
Um,
interplanetary phonetic alphabet.
yeah.
Yes.
So while that's happening, Jack actually shows Aiden to his room. And it's this medium-sized room, just like Paris's room. And both rooms actually have a window that look out over Black Spire Outpost. So like you can actually like see the marketplace in the distance and everything, and you can see the spires. And off in the distance, you can start to see the start of the ruins in the distance. Um, and then Jack takes Ames to her
The
room.
closet.
And he opens the door by pressing the button, says, "Oi, there's your room." And you walk in and you turn around, and as soon as you start talking, he closes the door on you.
I'm like, this reminds me of a. And then it just, wow, it's cozy.
and then you just hear from him just like clapping his hands and like dusting it off, and he just walks away. So after a night of better sleep because you aren't on top of each other on the ship and everything, um the next day Jack enters your suite as you all are in the common area in the living room, eating some breakfast and just kind of
Ames is
planning
just
your day.
taking food photos.
Yeah, Paris went out and grabbed like some veggie plates for like themselves and also Ames because
Yeah.
Ames is apparently vegan.
Yeah.
Aiden's
Really
got
is.
a breakfast Ronto wrap.
Yes, there you go, breakfast
There we
Ronto
go.
wrap. Yeah.
It's just a regular Ronto wrap, but with eggs scrambled in.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. Except it doesn't have the coleslaw. Or well, whatever slaw it is, and the peppercorn sauce. It just has the egg, cheese, and sausage. But it's good. I like the lunch one better,
So fair.
but the breakfast one's pretty good. Anyway, back to
Huronta's
RPG.
just having one of those space fish sticks out of the space rations tackle box.
Oh, okay.
Like with like a squash like on the edge of my fork. I'm just like, you realize you can go and get like food.
Yeah, but this is perfectly edible food right here. And I don't have to pay for it.
Just because it's
This was
edible doesn't
provided
mean you
by the
should
Republic.
eat it.
It's
Just because it's
nutritionally
edible.
complete.
Just because it's edible means that doesn't mean that you should eat it.
It's
That
nutritionally
is very
complete. I
true.
don't see
That
what
is
reason
very
there
true.
is to.
The reason
Um,
is it's gross.
It's gross.
That's the reason. Like, here, like have like an. I'm gonna just like get like a piece of fruit and just be like, here, yeah. That,
You're just shoving it in Haranta's mouth.
put the stick away. Yeah. Like, you know, when you say baby, you're like, open up.
Open up for the choo-choo
I
train.
know how to eat a Mailuron. And then she just opens her jaw like uncomfortably wide and eats it whole.
Meanwhile,
Just
Jack's just
unhinges
like
it like a snake.
Jack's just watching and is kind of like bored until Haranta eats like an entire Mailuron and is just like, "Oh my. All right. So that happened." And then he like bangs on the counter. Oi.
Hi.
Uh, didn't I lock you in your room?
Oh
I'm
no.
like you get really good at picking locks when you've, you know, like I said, been kidnapped a couple times. It's just kind of a skill you pick up.
Who the hell would want to kidnap this person?
Oh, I'm worth a lot of money.
Yo, Fudge, get in here.
It's going wildly between this kid is hilarious and this kid is getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. That's like
Yeah.
that's like where I am. Like as a GM, that's where I am. I'm like, this character's great. Oh, I want to strangle this person.
She
I think
toes
that's
the
the
line.
point. That is
So the point.
so wholly the
So-
point.
I was like, this character is a joke concept. I will be playing deadly seriously.
I love it. So friggin' Jack Marius says, "Oi, let me introduce you to my associate." And he calls him Fudge. He goes, "Oi, Fudge, get in here." And it's like the being that enters is a prim and proper mun that's just dressed to the nines. And he says, "How many times have I told you, don't call me Fudge? My name is actually Cumberbatch Benedict.
Hi,
You saw me eating fudge one time. One time. And you just called me fudge. Oi, it's better than saying Cumberbatch all the time. Would you rather me call you cucumber? Huh?
Uh, or
Forgive
you
the
never know. Like I,
intrusion.
Pleasure to meet you, Cabbage Patch Benadryl.
Not the Benadryl.
Gets better. Gets better. Because there's one more person that's going to be guiding with Cumberbatch.
gosh.
God.
Another well-dressed mun comes in. This is my associate, Pinot Grigio.
Pinocchio, pleasure to meet you.
Pinocchio. Pinot Grigio is like, charmed.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Greg.
Greg? Does this Milaren thing, or Milaren, whatever they are, do they think that they are worthy of my presence?
Probably not.
I think we.
He's kind of like
I
bottom
thought we were all
tooth
just
from
doing nicknames here.
he's kind of like bottom tooth from Family Guy, where he's like,
I just thought that we were doing nicknames. I'm sorry.
well, would you get Greg from Pinot Grigio?
The G?
From the surname. Grigio, Greg.
Steven said that they were bright young people, but I don't see anything here.
Hey, Gino, there's no need to be mean here. We're just trying to do a
Excuse me,
job.
what'd you call me?
Gino?
Yeah, pepperoncini.
Chino?
It's not.
Pepperoncini.
Paris
The
just
rest,
kind of like
the rest of the
offered-
session is just name bombing this guy.
Yeah, Paris just kind of like offers a hand to Aiden for a high five.
Then Heranta gets a high five from Jack, where he's just like, nicely done. Like, let's go. Oh, and then like he looked.
Ronta legitimately thinks she's trying to say their names right, but the translator is just.
It's just, hey, Captain Picard over there. What'd you say? And then Pinot Grigio looks at Ames. And you all.
Hi, I'm Emily Kalia. You can call me Ames. It's really good to meet you, Pepperjack.
He's looking you up and down with like a look of just utter disgust.
Yeah, I'm used to that one.
And
I think it means we're going to be really good
what
friends.
is your claim to fame?
Oh, I have a lot of claims to fame. Like you might, I don't know, like if you're on the HoloNet, you might have seen me. I'm also like I remember like the Elder Houses, so like you probably know what that means. If you don't, it basically means I have like a lot of money. Um,
I heard
I think you could.
money.
yeah, like a lot of credits, you know.
Oh. Are you looking for an eligible suitor?
No, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm kind of in like a weird, like on and off again, like long distance thing with like Axel Greylark, actually. It's like a
Axel
little.
Greylark. Oh, I know Axel Greylark. We went to the academy together.
Yeah! Oh my god! Yeah.
He's a douche.
Yeah, like a little bit, yeah. Again, like on and off kind of thing. But like, I don't know, our parents are like friends, and his mom's like kind of cool, so, you know.
His mom like sends me on trips.
Yeah, his mom, like, you know, is in charge of the entire republic.
So technically, yes, his mom did send you on this trip
Yeah,
from a certain
yes.
point of view.
Yeah, from my point of view, yeah. Yeah, his mom's like great. He's
Leah,
like fine.
because of the name drops and because of the from a certain point of view joke, give yourself like 5 more fate points because you are killing it right now.
I've got two, so I've
Yeah,
got two like shits to use.
yeah.
I'll just do those.
Okay, so anyway,
So what do Cumberbund Brandy Buck uh,
Cumberbund Brand.
and Piccadilly Circus have to say to us?
We're going to be apparently we're guiding a few of you through the Batoon Ruins today.
That would be me. And whichever
Oh,
one
the
of
plain and
us would
simple
be
Tag
girl.
along.
not a girl. Uh,
I'm
Yeah, be
sorry.
respectful.
So when can we get going?
Now, if you'll follow me to the ruins.
okay.
Meanwhile, Pinot
Taranta's like
Grigio.
tapping her translator to make sure that it's like
Yeah, like
actually working.
Meanwhile, Pinot Grigio steals a bottle of wine and just downs it while you guys are walking through the ruins.
Oh my god, can I have some?
No,
Please.
what's in it for me?
I don't know. Like, what do you want?
Not this conversation.
Okay, that's fair. If you give it to me, I'll walk away.
He like smashes the bottle and just hands it to you.
That was very rude of you, but I'm gonna just choose to overlook it because it's very early, and I'll walk back to the rest of the group.
So you make your way to the Batuan ruins, and we're gonna start to wrap things up here because we're at the 2 hour 20 minute mark. Um, I did say that we'd run about 2 to 3 hours. I am so sorry that I keep goofing off. I apologize as a GM. I apologize.
fun.
No,
No
it's complete.
worries.
So fun.
So anyway, you make your way to the Batuan ruins, and here um Cumberbatch actually takes over, and you hear his tone actually change into one of not disdain but one of reverence and respect for where you are. And he says, yes, these are the Batuan ruins, and there used to be a civilization that was here before Black Spire Outpost was created, and we've only been able to explore just a small amount of this cave system because it's filled with a lot of different dangers, both known and unknown. There's booby traps everywhere, wherever you go, so you definitely have to watch your step and definitely watch where you're looking too. Just keep your head on a swivel when it comes to that. I see
Mhm.
that we have some force users with us, and I know that you can actually might be able to detect these traps as we go into it. What exactly are you trying to uncover while you're here in the ruins? And he looks at both Paris and Aiden.
What
Uh,
are we trying to do?
so this is mostly like curiosity for Paris. It's not necessarily the primary research because they research vernacular, but they are looking into more hints into what built these spires and what built these ruins, and
Okay.
it's more anthropological and not so much linguistic.
Okay. Um, Aiden, when it comes to your character, or when it comes to Aiden, do they see themselves as kind of a Wreath Silas-esque character, kind of like an archivist?
A little bit, but
Okay.
like not as much as Wreath. Like more
Okay.
just trying to like get through Jedi training.
Okay, and you're still just trying to find your path within the order and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Um I was reading your character sheet, but I just wanted to make sure because like I had some questions and stuff. Um so while that's going on, um Ven and I believe Haranta, were you also going with Ven for the documenting of the local wildlife?
Um, I was actually interested in going to the ruins
Okay.
because some of the civilizations that were active out here, they might have had information and hyperspace routes that we don't
Yeah,
that
that's
we've
true.
lost since then.
That's
And
true.
no one is better equipped to recognize ancient and outdated sets of hyperspace coordinates than Hiranta.
Okay, that's fair. So, Ven, do you want to go with Jack for the wildlife documentation, or do you want to go to the ruins too?
Do the wildlife thing.
You want to do the wildlife thing? Okay, so you and Jack Marius Tactheratrix go to a spot that's right outside the ruins, so you can still see the group before they go in. And Jack Marius says, I found a herd of truffle pigs around here, and I was wondering if you would want to see them and help me document like their behavior and stuff.
Sure.
Okay, so you find these or puffer pigs. You find these puffer pigs, and and like you approach them, and at first they get a little spooked until Jack does like a calming motion with his hand. Kind of does the as much as I hate these movies now, the Owen Grady Velociraptor, like, hey, don't do that. That thing. Um and they calm down. And one of them actually approaches you, Ven. And you don't have to roll for this at all because this is a special thing just for your character. Um, it approaches you and Jack says, "Oi, hold out your hand." And so you hold out your hand, and the puffer pig ends up nuzzling your hand a little bit. What? No, let me do a How to Train Your Dragon moment. I already crapped on the Jurassic Park movies. Anyway, um, and then like kind of turns its head like because it kind of wants some pets. You bring it out. Yes, there we go. There you go.
I love
There it
Pufferfish so much.
is. There you go. And it trots off happily. And Jack says, "Oi, what did you find out there?"
They're friendly.
Yeah, yeah. They can be vicious though at times when they're defending their families and their territories. So I'm sorry that I butchered a British accent. I apologize to our friends from across the pond. Um, just wait until my Scottish accent character shows up next time. Uh, yeah, that it's kind of like a Roy Kent accent. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying half the time in what accent. Oh, gee, thanks. All right. So, um, Cumberbatch and Pinot Grigio decide to slowly start to take you into the ruins, And you can see like there's some lighting from this area that's been explored.
Mhm.
These ruins will eventually be later down the line will eventually become the resistance base from Rise of the Resistance. So you are actually getting to explore these ruins. As you're exploring the ruins, you see markings on one of the walls as you go deeper in. And they aren't hyperspace coordinates, but our Jedi friends see, as they're looking at it, they detect a presence in the Force.
I'm gonna like approach it slowly
Okay.
and just sort of like signal that like, hey, I need to pause for a minute, and I'm gonna like pull out my data pad to like take photos, of course, but then
Okay.
I'm just gonna like pocket it and just sort of like reach out through the force to get a kind of read on it.
Okay. So what you find is that there during the old Republic, and I'm making this crap up, so don't count this as canon. During the old Republic, there was a truce between the Jedi, a secret truce between the Jedi and Sith in these ruins. You find out that there is a balance in the Force, a perfect balance in the Force between the light and the dark here. Even with you being in the light, the balance is still there.
It's almost like this like it's like that perfect like bathtub temperature where you can't tell the difference between like when you're in and out of the water.
Yeah, it's that calm right there. It's like the eye of a storm.
Would you say we're experiencing the edge of balance part one?
Kind of. Yeah. I Is he
I mean,
okay?
hopefully,
Are you okay? Okay. Sorry.
I mean, hopefully you're not leading us down a path of deceit.
Get out.
Georgia.
Get out.
Getting kicked out of this meeting, some might call me the fallen star.
At least there's not a rising storm.
You
About
can't
to
get
be.
kicked out too, Faye. What would we be without the light of the Jedi guiding this group?
I know, we wouldn't have as much fun on our High Republic adventures.
You know, putting up with our puns is a real test of courage. So good on you for putting up with
This
Trying to stop that
whole
is just a mission to disaster.
No, this whole campaign's a mission to disaster.
At least it's not a race to Crash Point Tower because we've already got there.
Oh, you're gonna crash at some point.
Oh no.
Yeah, eventually I'll
And a
roll a
tower may
3.
be involved.
Yeah, I mean, and then we'll just go on our path of vengeance, you know.
Look, if we crash, that's just a crash of fate. And, you know,
At least it's not a convergence.
So Black Spire Outpost. So
I'll
anyway,
turn off my mic.
no, you're fine. So anyway, you just find just this balance. It's similar to the balance that Ray felt on Octo, where it was powerful light and powerful dark at the same time. But this, like the light and the dark feel a little bit diminished because it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
This during this, you feel the force calling to both of you. And Aiden, a vision pops into your mind. Would you like to know what this vision is?
Yes.
Okay. It's actually not bad, so don't worry. Don't worry. Um, it is a vision of a Jedi presence on Batu. The Force is calling you to establish a Jedi outpost on the planet. well, calling both of you to establish a Jedi outpost on the planet. There, not only are you going to help the citizens of Black Spire with their disputes and everything, but this is actually the perfect place for Paris to actually teach children various linguistic skills. Haranta, you see this mural, and the closer you look, you see not hyperspace coordinates, but you see coordinates on the planet that might spark interest to you. Meanwhile, here we are again on Batuu.
Look at this like really cool thing behind me. I don't know why the Jedi look like they're like seeing something. It's just a really cool, like, I mean, once you've seen one ancient ruin, you've kind of seen them all, but like, this one's cool, I guess.
Meanwhile, Pinot Grigio comes up and smacks that data pad out of your hand.
That was very rude of you.
Are you still live?
Yeah, we're still alive.
No, I'm talking about Ames. Is the camera still rolling
Well,
on
this
the
is
yeah,
data
she was
pad?
still
This is
alive.
for later. I'm gonna have to edit the boring parts out, you know, like the walking and things like that.
Stomps on the data pad.
You know what? I'm just gonna choose to believe you're having a very bad day, and that's okay. Your life and your day will get better.
Go to the pigs.
No, this is
They would
cool.
already, wouldn't it?
I like
Him,
seeing
the
old
pigs.
things.
They would
Cool.
run away as soon as they saw her. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I like seeing this old thing, this ancient
Well,
ruin. You know?
Pinot Grigio pretty much tells you stop talking and just admire what you see.
Okay.
His whole thing is he he teaches you, well, he teaches all of you about being in the here and now. This is something that the Jedi practice a lot. In Paris, this is something that you know. In Aiden, this is something that you know, where you just embrace what is going on at that moment. It's similar to when you're on a trip with your family and you kind of just put the phone away and just experience like what's going on right then and there. Similar to like for those of you that were at Celebration, you probably put the phones away for a little bit just to experience like what was going on there on the ground there. That's what he's trying to teach this group at the same time. And it's something that that you start to think about. I'm not saying that you guys don't do this in real life because I'm pretty sure you do. But it's just one of those things that he's just trying to teach your characters. What this has to deal with establishing a presence and communications, we're getting there. But for now, I think that we should be wrapping up with a nice moment. That's just, I'm sorry that we didn't do combat. I apologize for that.
It's
He
fine.
did
We'll
verbal
get
No
combat for
worries.
sure.
We did
He
verbal
did
combat.
verbal combat.
And this
We
is a
caused more
perfect
than
point.
enough psychic damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Truly.
Like,
you caused a lot of psych damage. Go ahead. Who was talking?
I'm just like I really like this like tableau that we're leaving off as with the
Yeah.
Jedi sort of like commune with the Force,
Mhm.
and we get hints and towards what we could do here, and
And
then Ames is getting taught a lesson by
Yeah,
Force.
she will in one ear and out the other.
but Ames and Haranta, because you start to be still in the moment, you feel the pull of the force as well, just briefly. It's not strong, but you feel that there's something there. we go to outside where Ven is with Jack Marius Tactheratrix. And then you start to feel a presence around you as well. And you feel the same balance that they feel in the ruins. But you feel more of a pull to the light. And it's something that you're seeing like with the innocence of the puffer pigs. And Jack Marius says or asks you if you feel that presence. And he says, "This is why we're here. This is one of the reasons why we're here. It's to show that the galaxy is not all conflict." He's teaching. He's a teacher in a way. They all are, but they're teaching you. They're showing you that these Pathfinder missions are critical. They're important because it's all about seeing things up close, seeing the way the locals do things, and just seeing it's all about observing and it's all about blending in and being part of the greater galaxy as a whole. What that has to deal with the Society of Galactic Creature Enthusiasts, who knows? But it's a lesson that they teach you. And I know it's late for some of you. Some of us, crap, I got to be back on the air in about 2 hours for the live show. But I just
You
wanted,
gotta be back on there, baby.
yeah. Oh
Yep,
yeah,
I'll
we
be back
do.
there too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. A bunch of us do. Yeah. I'm so sorry. It's been a long day so far. I apologize. But
No need to apologize.
I just want to say this has been the more tamer of the RPG sessions that I've done. Um, I didn't really run you through an emotional ringer yet, but it's coming.
Oh, there's
Uh,
time.
oh yeah,
There's so much
but
time.
I haven't checked my comm really.
no, there is actually a message on your comm that you are going to get next time.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry,
Alright.
don't worry. But I just want to we're gonna wrap things up here before our 8 p.m. show tonight, which real quick I just want to say our 8 p.m. show tonight all dedicated to the High Republic. It is all
Ooh.
about Phase
THR.
1 and Phase 2 of the High
THR.
Republic. Yes, THR. We are all about to be in our element once again. And I want to apologize for the people that we are about to become with reading Path of Deceit.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Which I was going to save this for tonight, but I'm going to show this
No.
now at the end, and I'm still
Oh,
going to show this tonight as well. So I met a certain High Republic author today
right.
who stopped by my work.
You get-
Um, Not only, uh, and she stopped by with some goodies actually. So I got this is a book that I already had, but um, I'll take it again because she signed it. Um, I got a signed copy of Mission to Disaster,
Yeah.
Ooh.
which is a great book. If you haven't read it, you should. Don't skip on the young reader stuff in the High Republic. Please don't
It's
skip on
also
it.
gonna be so relevant to phase two.
Yes.
I've got Test of Courage signed by her, so same
Oh,
vibes.
that is awesome. Um, I also did get this.
Yes.
I am so jealous of you right now.
I am actually
Mine,
not
mine's,
gonna start reading
mine
this
is
until
coming late, and I'm so mad.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
actually not gonna start reading this until tomorrow because it's just a
Good.
busy day today.
Yeah.
But I do have another copy coming in the mail from Amazon that I'm actually going to be donating to a raffle for What Choice, the abortion fund
Mhm.
Yes.
GoFundMe. So I'm going to be donating that. However, I'm thinking about picking up another copy because it's the start of phase 2. So we may be, if I pick up another copy, we may be doing a giveaway as well. And who knows, maybe somebody on this panel might win it also. So who knows?
Who knows?
It might actually your copies may come quicker than me sending it out to you, and I apologize for that.
We'll see.
But yes, she did also sign this one as well. Now I just need to meet Tessa Grattan and get them to sign it.
Yeah, the reason mine's coming late is because mine's double signed, and I was like, but it's coming like a
Yes,
week and a half late, and so I'm like, is it worth it? Like,
it is.
Release is like a whole month late here, so
Oh
you guys
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
get,
right.
don't you guys get the middle grade next week though?
Yeah, you get quest for
Really?
the quest for the
That's for
hidden
the Hidden
city,
City.
right?
You guys get when we get Path of Deceit, I think.
So
but I want to read it in order though.
Yeah.
there is one more thing
Mhm.
I got. And I heard that you all at Celebration got these.
Yes.
Uh, she gave me this, and it is signed by all 5 Luminous authors.
So beautiful.
Um,
So
I
beautiful.
love Phil Noto's artwork so much.
No, because it's like it's stunning.
Oh, it is. It's gorgeous. Um, when she presented this to me, she yelled, "It's a disaster, but I had to give this to you because of Starlight Beacon."
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
So
yeah,
true.
there's our boy Elzar. There's our boy Elzar. R.I.P. Stellan. But
RP Orla too. She's on there.
yeah, she's on there. Buryaga's on here.
Buckets is on there.
Bucket is on.
Bucket is on
Oh, Bucket's
there.
of blood. Um,
Arkoff is
yeah,
on
Arkoff
there.
is down here.
Oh,
Yeah,
he is. You're right.
I think Kieran's on there.
yeah. But I just have to say that um, it was amazing. Uh, meeting her, but not as amazing as this community. Seriously, you guys are awesome. I want to thank everybody for playing today. We are going to get together real soon and find out another day that we are going to be meeting up again. We're probably going to make it about a once a month thing for now until after the holidays, and then we can start it up some more. I know some people are in college and university and everything, so we do have to work around that. Um, However, that is it for me until 8 o'clock tonight. That's it for a lot of us until 8 o'clock tonight. Stay tuned for our High Republic special. We have a lot to get through tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. If you thought we had some laughs today, just wait until tonight. There
Mhm.
may be drinking involved too, so who knows?
So true.
Oh, if we're drinking, I'll go get some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that tonight. But for
Yeah.
now, that's it. We will see you later tonight. May the force be with you. May you always fight for light and life. And we are all the Republic. Have a wonderful day, everybody. We'll